I want to start off by saying to my new Brazilian subscribers, muito obrigado, gente, which means thanks a lot, people. I'm starting to get a lot of Brazilian subscribers, and I'm assuming it's because I have a lot of Brazilian videos in different cities. So again, thanks a lot, muito obrigado, gente. Now let's get into it. What you see now is that I'm inside of the District 6 Museum, and it basically serves as a remembrance to the events of the apartheid era, as well as the culture and history of the area before the removals. What is apartheid? Apartheid, basically, in the U.S., it would be compared to segregation, which means that white people can eat here and black people can eat there. What is the removals? Well, the removals was of black people, colored people, and Cape Malay people. So Cape Malay people is actually people from the country of Malaysia, Southeast Asia. And as we all know, or for the people that have been to Malaysia, Malaysia just doesn't consist of Malaysian people. Malaysian people consist also of Indian people. There's a high population there, also in Singapore next door. So they were brought from there, Southeast Asia, to Cape Town, and that's why they're called Cape Malay. They do not speak Malay. You might have some older generation that can speak Malay, but majority can speak Afrikaan. That's their language, and English, of course. Now, if you're into culture and history, I highly suggest you come to this museum because it gives you a chance to compare how slavery and colonization was in your country compared to here in South Africa. So it's very interesting. What's also interesting is that I could not find any written history from the area before the Dutch and the British. Now, I did find some written history, and guess who it was by? It was by the Portuguese. So as we all know, around all the continents, it was two basically colonizers and enslavers of the world, and that was the Spaniards and the Portuguese. They did a lot of colonization all over the world. And I kind of do believe that they first settled there in Cape Town because they called it Cabo das Tormentas, which means Cape of Storms. So I'm assuming that the Portuguese settled there, not colonized, but settled there at the port, taking things, trading things, maybe, buying things. And they came at the wrong time of month. And that's why they called it Cape of Storms, Cabo das Tormentas. But later on throughout the years, Portuguese came and they called it Cape of Good Hope. And to this day, Cape Town is still referred to as Cape of Good Hope. So I kind of do believe that. Now, after that, the Dutch did come there and the British lastly came and colonized. Now, like I mentioned before, apartheid did end here in 1994 by Mandela. And apartheid is basically segregation. So in 1994 in the U.S., it was over, way over. So that means that if you come to Cape Town today, now, you would still see segregation. You would see people of different ethnic groups living in certain different areas. That's apartheid. That's still a segregation. So to me, in my opinion, it's still alive. Now you're probably thinking, well, why were the people removed in the District 6 area? It was supposedly because of a bubonic plague. It was bacterial. Now there's two types of infections. There's viral and there's bacterial. This one was bacterial. So it's compared to as of today, like COVID-19 or like maybe 2 years ago in Brazil, it was a big Zika virus infection. So it basically boils down to bad hygiene, poor refrigeration, no sanitation. When you have those things, the combination equals madness, equals bad. So supposedly that happened. Then after that happened, they said, okay, we gotta get these people out of here. We're gonna remove it. So they basically kind of like burned down the area and made the blacks, the Cape Malays, and colored people move to different areas, which caused basically apartheid. These people live here, these people live there, stuff like that. So if you're interested in cultural history, come to Cape Town, visit District 6 Museum. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Peace.